I want you to look at a scene from Alien Covenant.
Perfectly same. I'll show you.
Pretty good, right? It's exactly what you came to the movie for. It's a thrilling, terrifying, and a heart-pounding scene. But for a moment, put yourself in the victim's shoes. How does he feel? Does he feel fear? Does he feel shock? Powerlessness? I know, this movie isn't that deep. We're not supposed to do that. But for a second, think to yourself, these three feelings, fear, shock, powerlessness, all of these are emotions felt by millions of women every year. It doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter what they were wearing. It doesn't matter how old they were. It's the terror of losing control over your own body. Since the beginning, Alien franchise has masterfully used the xenomorphs and the facehuggers as a metaphor for sexual assault, and Ridley Scott has woven this metaphor into the DNA of the series. Now in Alien Romulus, directed by Fede Alvarez, that tradition continues. I've watched the movie a few times now, and while it may not reach the heights of Scott or Cameron's classics, it's a solid entry in the franchise, coming in around the 5th place for me. Now, I know it's not a popular opinion, but I love Scott's prequels for the way they dive into the philosophy behind humanity's creation. In Romulus, we follow Rain, played excellently by Kaylee Spaney, and her android brother, Andy, portrayed by David Johnson, as they lead a crew on a mission to steal cryo chambers from an abandoned space station. Of course, they encounter facehuggers, xenomorphs, and a terrifying new breed of alien. Spoiler alert, I am about to dive into some key details here. One of the standout aspects of Romulus is its atmosphere. The movie is shot using spherical lenses, and the practical effects combined with an eerie trumpet and violin score gives it a nostalgic and a tangible feeling. It's a film that feels like Steven Spielberg could have made it, with all of its practical effects and careful character development. Every character gets their moment, and the performances really shine, especially David Johnson as Andy. He brings chilling depth to the role of the android, shifting from innocent to menacing effortlessly. His performance genuinely made me care for a robot. Props to Alvarez for that. Now let's dive into the hidden details and metaphors in Alien Romulus. The horror of the Alien franchise lies not just in the monsters, but in the savagery of the Weyland-Yutani, a corporation that mirrors the xenomorphs in its exploitation of human life. The xenomorphs use human bodies to reproduce, and Weyland-Yutani uses workers in a similarly destructive way, treating them as expendable. The sole survival, like Rain, represents the worker who fights back against the system, escaping its crushing hold. Weyland-Yutani owns your body. In Alien Resurrection, there is a very interesting scene. Even after Ripley's death, the Weyland-Yutani attempts to resurrect Ripley by cloning her. Yet another act of exploitation for the sake of weaponizing the xenomorph. In Prometheus, we learned that the engineers created humanity, but saw us as flawed. Alien Romulus takes this idea even further. Kay, one of the film's main characters, injects herself with a mysterious serum, giving birth to a new type of alien, the Offspring. This creature is half human, half alien, and its unfinished form eerily resembles the engineers from Prometheus and Covenant. It's the ultimate creature, both creator and destroyer in one. The engineers created us, then we created this offspring. The offspring that is supposed to turn into engineers pretty soon. A full circle indeed. The film's title, Romulus, holds deeper meaning. In Roman mythology, Romulus killed his own twin brother Remus to found Rome, Similarly, in the movie, the ship is split in two parts, Romulus and the Remus. Majority of the film takes place in the Romulus hangar bay, and we see parallels in Kay's story. Kay is impregnated with a normal baby. She later gives birth to the offspring, which kills her human child and takes its place. This mirrors Romulus killing Remus to found Rome. Now here's where it gets even deeper. Romulus and Remus were born to a mother who was called a whore, and a father who was the god of Mars. In Romulus, Kay embodies this same metaphor. When Rain asks Kay who the father of the offspring is, she replies, just some random guy. It's a clear reflection of the societal judgment where a woman who has flings is often unfairly labeled. The father in this case isn't a man, but the serum containing the DNA of the gods, the creators. So Kay's child, like Romulus, is born from a whore mother and a godfather, continuing this mythological parallel. The facehuggers have always been a clear metaphor for sexual assault, overpowering their victims and implanting them with alien offspring. Ridley Scott flipped the script by showing these violations happening to men, forcing them to confront the feeling of being assaulted. In Romulus, the tradition continues as we see the facehugger impregnate Navarro. It's a brutal reflection of the world we live in, where control is stolen from the victor and the trauma lingers. This metaphor is also evident in the design of the xenomorph itself. H.R. Ginger, the original designer of the creature, gave it a distinctly phallic shape. The alien's head, its elongated form, and the way it invades the body evokes the imagery of sexual violation. This deliberate design choice emphasizes the horror of having one's body taken over, echoing the violation many women experience in the real world. It's a deeply unsettling representation of powerlessness and forced impregnation that the series continuously explore. In conclusion, Alien Romulus may not surpass the heights of Alien or Aliens, but it's a fantastic addition to the franchise. The layers of the hidden metaphors and themes combined with its stunning visuals and strong character development makes it a worthy entry that leaves you thinking long after the credits roll. I do hope you guys liked the video. If not, if there is anything that you guys want me to improve, I'd love to do that. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.